What's up, what's up? It's Dr. Dupe here on my YouTube channel, Coding While Black. This is episode 48. I believe today is April 6th, 2021. What's happening? First of all, before I get into my topic, what I want to say is I'm having a little bit of a vacation time with the family, still in the pandemic, still a year into it, a little bit over a year into it. And we continue to explore the Pacific Northwest. And so this week my kids are out of school for their spring break, and we came up to an area called Lake Chelan, which is about 3 hours east of where I live in Redmond. So I'm just gonna give you guys, I'm gonna turn around a little bit. You can see the lake, parts of the lake behind me. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Since I'm not traveling anymore, in my job as a trainer for Microsoft, I've been doing a lot of local exploring. All right, anyway, and before I forget, if y'all like the content I'm putting out here, you might notice I shaded a little bit. Please like it and please tell a friend. I consider myself doing this as a public service, and I'm trying to share my information, my wisdom, my knowledge, and my experience with the next generation of black software developers. And wasn't a whole lot of us during my time, and there's not a whole lot coming up behind me. I know it's a lot of talk and a lot of imagery and a lot of people referring to themselves as technologists, and they're tech and tech, and they can't bust a grape when it comes to actually writing code or doing something technical. That's just the truth of the matter. And so what I want to talk about today is confidence. And I know I probably talked about this before, but I want to talk about it today from the standpoint of I get calls and asks and inquiries all the time. Kai, do you think I can become a developer? You think I can become a programmer this late in my career? Or I'm at this age, or this seems so hard and so difficult? First of all, yeah, it's not easy. But second of all, if it seems difficult to you learning it, you probably should get another teacher. And some people can learn how to code by themselves on their own, autodidactic. I've had a couple of colleagues like that over the years, but they're few and far between. Most can't. I see that a lot when I teach my cloud development classes in my job. People come into the room and they're like, I've been teaching myself. I want to get some formal education so I can correct all the mistakes I'm making. And they're making a boatload of mistakes. So what I want to impart to you today is, please get away from this notion that these folks out here doing this work is so much smarter than you. I posted recently about imposter syndrome, right? These folks are not. Some of them, sure, there's some people out here who are brilliant, who were born to code or whatever, what have you, or they put a whole lot of time into it. But for the most part, the people that I see on a weekly basis coming into my classrooms, coming online to hear what I have to say when I'm teaching the classes, they struggle mightily. And some of these folks have been in this field for 15 and 20 years, and they struggle with the simplest of things. And I'm not saying that to disparage anyone. I'm saying it so you can know that they're struggling just like you are, whether you're just now getting started or you've been in it for a few years or whatever the case may be. The fact of the matter is, when I came up programming, in certain ways it was harder because you were dealing with more specifics in terms of there wasn't as many tools that removed you from the hardcore programming like there is today. But at the same time, by you being removed from the hardcore programming, you're dealing with systems that are more complex, more moving parts, more disparate, more distributed. And so that makes it harder, right? So what I'm trying to say is, find you a good teacher like myself, someone that knows what they're talking about, someone that knows how to teach, and someone that's patient. What you don't want to do, and I see this all the time as well, is you find somebody that knows all about the programming language, or they know all about whatever it is they're trying to teach you in terms of technology, but they don't know how to teach. That's two different things. You being an expert on the technology and you understanding how to teach that technology to someone else, totally different. My daughter, a couple years ago, maybe it was last year, she was struggling mightily with algebra. And I started looking at some of the assignments, some of the homework she was getting, and some of the explanations she was getting from her teacher. And they were terrible. And so I started to help her, and she did better. And I'm like, who is this person teaching algebra? So I investigated the teacher. She's not certified in math. She got her degree in something like English. She's not a math teacher. She just was in the role doing the best that she could. Again, not to disparage, but there was nothing wrong with my daughter. My daughter just wasn't understanding how she was teaching her. This year, she has a qualified teacher, a certified teacher, someone that's been a mathematician all their lives. My daughter's doing fine in geometry and some other math she's taken since she took the algebra class. So that has a lot to do with it as well. But my point is, for the most part, I know I'm a little dark in this video, but that's okay. My point is, for the most part, build your confidence. Don't compare yourself to anyone else. Move slow, move deliberately. Learn from somebody who knows what they're doing. Find you somebody to mentor you. If you're on a job, find somebody that's considered, a good programmer, and learn from them. Look at their code. See how they do things. See how they think. Work with them. It can be done. It's not a big deal. Okay? So, but get away from this talking to yourself about whether or not you can do it and you don't think you're smart enough and it's too hard and all these kinds of things. Just stop saying that. The big difference between folks like that come to me and folks that I see in my classrooms is, as bad as they might be at what they're doing, they don't doubt themselves. So once again, this is your boy, Dr. Kai Dupe, Coding While Black, episode 48. I'm out. Don't forget to like, share, tell a friend. Peace.